Here's a short video to briefly introduce the difference between an acid and a base. Now, the most basic definition is the Arrhenius definition. The Arrhenius definition states that acids provide H plus in solution and bases provide OH minus in solution. Now, let's quickly review what H plus means. So hydrogen is in the first position on the periodic table of the element, meaning that hydrogen has an atomic number of 1, which means it has 1 proton or 1 plus charge. If you have an atom of hydrogen, that means it's electrically neutral. It has the same number of protons and electrons, and it has 1 electron. This is a neutral atom of hydrogen. Now, in order to get to be H plus, he has to lose this electron. When he loses this electron, he now has 0 electrons, and his charge is +1. So this is where H plus comes from. So H plus a lot of times is referred to as a proton. That's because he has 1 proton, no neutrons, and no electrons. So let's go to our other definition, which is the Bronsted-Lowry definition. Bronsted-Lowry definitions refers to acids and bases as proton donors or acceptors. So acid is just a proton, so he can't accept protons, but he is proton rich, so he can be a proton donor. And all you have to do is know one of these 4 things, and you will get the other ones, because a base is the opposite. So a base in a Bronsted-Lowry definition is a proton acceptor. Now, I'm going to go to my easiest definition, which is Lewis. Lewis has to do with, he was the Lewis dot diagrams. Lewis has to do with electrons. So opposite of protons is electrons. So if he's a proton donor, he must be an electron acceptor. But let's review this real quick, because this is usually the easiest one for me to come up with. An acid is just a proton. It's just an H plus. It has no electrons, therefore it cannot donate electrons. You can't donate what you don't have. So because he has 0 electrons, he must be an electron acceptor. So once you know he's an electron acceptor, you know that a base is the opposite, or electron donor. So can you see that they are opposite of each other? Just get one of those and you'll get all of the rest of them. So acids are considered electron poor, and bases are considered electron rich. And how we're going to use this as a dead giveaway. The plus sign indicates that we're short on electrons. So anybody who's got a plus on him will likely act as an acid. Electron rich is indicated by this minus here. So if you've got minuses, it is likely that you will be able to behave like a base. So just an introduction to acids and bases. Acids provide H plus in solution. Bases provide OH minus in solution. I usually use the Lewis definition because acids, being H plus, have 0 electrons. Therefore, they are electron acceptors. You can't donate what you don't have. Because acids are electron acceptors, they must be proton donors, or opposite. Because acids are electron acceptors, bases must be proton donors, opposite. So if you can get that under your belt, that's going to help a lot when it comes to understanding the basics of acids and bases.